Testing. Alright, so we have two sets to cast today. I'm going to jump on these here pretty quickly. We have the first set will be the R286 versus Hestia AoE. And we will have the draft here of the maps Arena Cove for Repuke or the R286 and Repak. I'm going to butcher names apparently today. And then Hestia with Mont and Bailey banned all the way down to Battlegrounds. So we'll have a good old fashioned Game 1 Battlegrounds. And as far as the civs are concerned, we have the R banning the Aztecs, choosing Mongols. They were sniped from him. We'll have Vikings, Malians, Dravidians, and Sicilians remaining. And Hestia banned Portuguese, chose Gujars. They were sniped from him. He'll have Bengalis, Magyars, Italians, and Byzantines. So, lots of games to get to. And with two sets, we'll have to wait and see what these games come to. But we're into game number one already here on Battlegrounds. And it is the R286 here in red, and he will be playing the Malians as his first civilization on the map. So he's looking to use the Malians as we've seen them used so many times here as of late. So we'll have to wait and see how all of that breaks down. And then we will see Hestia here with the Magyars playing in blue at the moment. So he will be going for the nice upgraded scouts for free. Potentially. Let's wait and see what happens. Here against the Magyars, it's going to be interesting to see what we have composition-wise, obviously, for the Malians. Lots of options. Cav Archers for the Magyar player could be a realistic option as things progress, but just have to wait and see what everyone is going for. Scouting all around here, obviously looking for goats. And we have a nice corner setup situation here. Could be anyways. Very interesting how he goes for this wood line, but we'll be fine. They could walk a little farther, but I still have gold, maybe even a future town center spot here, who knows. And then on the opposite side, we have not quite a corner position, of course, and he's in a little bit of a different spot on the map, but nonetheless, could expand to that corner. To wait and see. This is the round of 16 for Battlegrounds 1700 bracket. I will pull up the elos for the players here. Give me a moment to do so for those who are interested. The R286 is one of the top seeds here. I believe he's the third seed. So he is fairly high up there. And then Hestia, a little below that, of course. But all things considered, let me pull them up here. The R286 is currently at 1704 at the moment. And then Hestia here is at 1505. So a little bit of an uphill climb here for him. But we've seen some great games. We've seen strategies pay off, and we've seen lower seeds advance through both this bracket and the 1300 bracket. 1300 bracket actually is up to the semifinals, and there's only one player that was within the top 4 spots that has actually made it to the semifinals as far as seeding was concerned. So that's been interesting to see, interesting to watch. That is going to be an interesting bracket to finish out. But obviously, a lot more games here. We're still in the round of 16 for the 1700 bracket. And I think we've only casted 2 of those sets thus far. We cast 2 more of them this evening. So that's half of the round of 16 that will be done, or roughly there. So let's look. Maybe I've casted another one. Not 100% at the moment. We'll see. We will see the mill here for our Malian player at home. And we will see Hestia moving out here. Where is he gonna go is the question. Going far out here. And with Loom coming in, we're gonna try to see 19 pop up here. Looks like we might. Ah, these bills came all the way down here. My, oh my. Came quite the distance here. Guess he did actually hunt He didn't scout any of the hunt till the mid. Ooh, that's a little bit awkward. Those villagers are going to be very exposed, especially with the Malian player going up so very quickly here. To wait and see how that all plays out, of course. No barracks just yet. We are going to see villager come forward for a house. He shifts a lot more onto wood. But will he have enough for the barracks and for the stable? It's going to be pretty close, but obviously it's a little awkward. These villas do make it out here. They're not in the best position, however. They do have loom, so that is good for them. Will survive a little longer, of course, if they are under attack, but still, this is basically all the way across the map. Maybe we'll see a forward barracks here or something. Barracks will be down. Pretty tight build, but should be able to pull it off. Scout for Hestia could go down here, actually. Especially the Feudal Age Scout is so much faster. 1.20 to 1.55. So it's likely that Scout will be lost. Feudal Age is coming in here, and he will turn and try to just take some HP off of it, I guess. Manages to take about half. And then not quite, though. Stable is on his way up, and these villas are going to be extremely exposed. It has been unnoticed. Will he continue to be so lucky? He might go back for those goats. Even still, somehow, at least is not being seen. He does not know where his opponent is, either. So, he's looking for a place to attack. Let's wait and see what happens here. Barracks canceled there. Gonna see it here instead. Barracks is late. Oh, and he's gonna be spotted. Oh, this is not going to be pretty. He's headed home now, or headed elsewhere. Looks like they might be. This mill really didn't pay off a lot. Took a few food off the berries and 2 ostrich off the map. I like that he's ran with these vills. But will he be able to get there is the question. Again, the R286 doesn't know where his opponent's base is. He was greedy with pushing ostrich, so he's looking to find that base. We'll find it here. There will be a spearman in defense, a stable up, but the house needs to come down. Villagers just gonna be able to run to the town center here. Town center getting lucky shots here. Some walls. We see that more of them come in here. Doesn't look like it's gonna matter much. These villagers need to drop a mill here. They're gonna stay out here, try to get some value there. One villager going to be in a very bad way, but the scout and the spear will arrive, and he will survive. So all in all, not the end of the world. Waiting to see if these villas are going to be put back to work. Food income is going to be really important here, obviously. Dropping a bunch of farms instead. At this rate, he might just have forgotten about them. Spearmen are in, the military numbers are even, but the scouts not all together here. Nice change of direction to attack the scout there, however. Villagers in trouble. Spearman loses some valuable HP, but not the end of the world. Loses that one there, and oh no. And anything on these wood lines is downhill hit, so it's so bad. Hestia having a rough go here in game number 1. He is down pretty significant elo overall, so losing vills here is going to continue, it looks like. These vills are finally back to work over here. They're super exposed though. Still walling up over here, so he's gonna try to get the full wall up on this side. But don't mind, mill will come down, so this is good for Hestia, so he'll be out in the middle here with the mill. See a blacksmith added behind here. Farming numbers, though, no horse collar. 16 farms with no horse collar. No horse collar on the other side, but only 8 thus far. So let's see what happens. Another scout or two go down here. We missed in the center. Nothing too insane. But all things considered, the R286 is probably pretty pleased with his position right now. Hestia still trying to wall this up. Has some villas in the middle here, shopping wood for some reason. A misclick? Really had to have been a misclick. No military production now, though. Oh no, we have a spearman in production. Scouts fight in the center. One goes down for each. Really, we have a stabilizing game here. One spear over here. Happily defending this. Both players are going to look to the next stage, and obviously the R286 should feel like he's ahead after getting a few Vil kills. Caused a good bit of idle time as well. Has wheelbarrow coming in behind this. Could potentially click up here momentarily. Meanwhile, we'll have horse collar coming in here for Hestia. So these farms will be a little bit more food intensive, but obviously not the biggest of deals right now. Spearmen are going to fight spearmen here as he's coming to kill these. Bit unfortunate, but honestly, it's not the end of the world. He's going to end up getting all but one of those. We'll see another stable here as the R286 is on his way to the Castle Age. And I imagine he'll be going into camels. Might even go for a couple knights early on, though. He is up first. I should rephrase that. When he realizes he's up first. Scout goes down. Spearman's still trying to be annoying over here. These Vils, though, likely just to turn and get out of here as soon as this ostrich is done. There's no other food to take. Could go for something else, but time will tell. Hestia has a lot of farms now, but will he click up here pretty soon? What's his plan? He knows he has to be up. Bloodlines coming in on the other side. Hestia will have a hard time going into Cav Archers, being as how late he's going to be up to the next stage. I almost feel like he should just go into Pikeman. Go Pikeman Monk. Should expect cavalry from this, based on what he's seen, and he will confirm it here, right? You will see it double stable. This is a good move getting these spearmen in here, getting them good scouting in. He's on gold, obviously. Makes things awkward. Castle Age clicked now, and these are some downhill hits. And these units will have to deal with this. The lion is going to be annoying, but should not get a kill here. Should go down. Feels some good HP taken off there. Be a second TC and a monastery of his own behind this, with some knights and then husbandry. So will he add another barrack? He will. I think he's reading this pretty well here. These vills up here are very out of the way, and they may go unnoticed, which could be really beneficial here. Did he see this? He only sees the one extra town center, but he knows it will at least be 2 town centers. So, I wonder what his plan will be, what he's going to go for. Castle Age will be in just about a minute. He will be going into the Spearman. Mostly, I'd say just to hold the knights off. He can simply wall behind this. Archery range on the front is cancelled. And then put down anyways, so he will end up going for some archers here. Not really under a lot of pressure here, so he's not too worried. Second barracks will be seen though. And then blacksmith. The attack upgrades are in though, and would love to see the pikeman upgrade come in here anytime. He's invested into these spearmen, might as well make them pikemen. There comes the pikeman upgrade. There comes a bow saw. So he is looking to expand into pikemen now. With archery range behind, but I really think it would have been better if it was a monastery, to be honest. The units seem to be headed straight to the north. He doesn't know about the villas up there, but he is definitely going to try to loop in for an attack on this side. We're going to get the +1 on the armor, and we will have a few cav archers in production as well. I think cav archers could be a mistake here, though. Already going into pikemen, already have okayish pikemen numbers, just continue to produce them and call it a day, I think. I don't know if there's a hole, it's just the house, yeah. I like this, the villas in the north will come down for a town center here. The pikeman will be coming back. Potentially he needs to delete something here to get through. Hestia has way too much wood right now. R286 looking comfortably ahead here with 57 vills, 58 vills, 45 now. 3 TCs rather compacted. Does have them on gold, stone, starting of course. And you know, he has expected one relic behind this. The pikemen take a fight here. And it was a decent enough fight. He needs +2 defense on those, but no kills, I don't think. So, I mean, these only killed 4. You got a kill or 2. This town center could be in danger. But if it does go up, that will secure some position here for Hestia for the time being. The Malian player, though, the R286, looks like he's already going to head to the Imperial Age. Good use of the monk here, going to grab both the relics. And there are only 2 relics on the map. Sometimes there's 2, sometimes there's 3. Varies heavily, but gold is meant to be in short supply here. And some good kills here. Takes out some of these low HP ones. And that villager is going to get picked off. It will cost a knight there. Imp is on the way, though. And the R286 could probably just switch into Champ Scarls and be perfectly fine. He is getting foraging. He is going to have a ton of resources when he gets to the next age. So he could easily start to tech into it here. He's miles ahead with the economy. And yeah, there will be the barracks. We'll have squires coming in. Sure, we will soon see more upgrades on those as well. Monk goes down here. Day numbers are only up to 4 for Hestia. 13 military in total, but most of it is pikemen. I think pikemen was great. But we are going to see the militia line starting to be teched into. He's going to be teched into man-at-arms, maybe even longswords before Imp hits. There'll be a castle in the front here. Not really all that forward, though. Just playing safe behind this. Another 2 archery ranges and cav archers being invested into. But once the Imperial Age time comes in here, and potentially going to see a large military very soon here of Champ Scarls. As the spearman here will see the man-at-arms. He should have seen the upgrades, and that will kind of cue him into what is going to be happening here. Long swords in already. Two-handed champ shortly coming in behind that. I don't know if Hestia is going to be able to come back from this position. He doesn't have ballistics, he doesn't have bloodlines, he doesn't have all the he doesn't have any archer armor. Not that it needs it right now, but he just has a lot of upgrades if he's going to get to the insane cav archers here. Just have to wait and see what happens though. This forward town center and 12 vills are in trouble. And he's gonna dive. Villagers will survive. Cav archers are here, but again, will it be enough? Seems like it most likely will not be, as the town center is just going to be melting here. And the two-handed swords, not a one of them has been killed yet. As they have been, we just haven't seen very much death on these. So, all the villagers will be escaping, it looks like, except for 2. Just chasing the cav archers. Castle going to be coming up here for Hestia, as he's going to look to protect the golden stone at home. Cav archer numbers are getting up there, so I mean, if he can hold this somehow, I'm certain he'll be relatively happy about that position. Now, gonna be able to get up in here and have more of these numbers is gonna be nice. Kind of got a choke for himself here. Obviously, cav archers will still die to this. And we'll see conscription and iron casting coming in behind here, as they're just gonna keep raiding. And the military that is on the map here for Hestia, I don't think it's going to be enough to hold. Conscription and more trebs. More barracks coming down for the R286. And it's looking like it's going to be difficult here. Cav Archer is holding up well enough, but there's just so much pierce armor on these two-handed swords. And they're not even champion yet. They will be champion soon. I think he's going to save up for that. And there's champion coming in now. That castle is in trouble. Champion will soon be in. Imp not in for Hestia yet. And he still just doesn't have an answer here. Still just no answer. And I think it's honestly probably too late to tech into anything. I guess you could add... Yeah, I mean, even going in, he's going to lose his castle. There's a castle coming forward here. Very rough. Very rough. 11 cav archers with less than 300 HP on them. Also very rough. As the castle is going to be taken down and the champions are just slaughtering vills here. Just absolutely destroying them underneath the castle, and not many of them have gone down. Imp is hit, but that castle will be down, and he will be able to just send everything in. A few knights on this side looking for some expansion, potentially. Cav archers here. They could kill 40 vills and this game would still be over. That's the truth, the reality here. I don't even think they're going to do that because the champions will close the gap. And, well, now we see Tigui coming in, so these will fire better. The GG will come in though, as the champions dive. What's up, Gio? Game number 1 in the books here, guys. Let's look at the draft. Alright, so we saw a Malian victory over a Magyar defeat. And we saw Battlegrounds. We're going to Hestia's home map, which will be Mott and Bailey. Mott and Bailey going to be coming in here in just a second. Let me find the game here. Here we go. Mott and Bailey. What an interesting matchup we have here. A very interesting matchup indeed. It's going to be Sicilians for the R286, who doesn't know he doesn't build houses. And it will be Hestia here with the Bengalis. So, interesting matchup here. We haven't seen Sicilians on this map, which I find very, very odd. And to be honest, I know I've said a lot of good things about a certain civs, like Gujaras for specific reasons, having free things. The Poles have a nice flow on this map. Sicilians might be my underdog favorite though. They might actually be my underdog favorite. The The worst thing on this map is the wood. The wood becomes a problem later on, and Sicilians already have extra food on their farms before upgrades. Every upgrade makes it even more and more food on those farms, right? Which means less reseeding. That is one reason. The second reason is now the donjon is considered a prerequisite building, so they don't even have to build a barracks. You can just go donjon into sergeant production. Let's see if the R286 has thought about this strategy as well. Could be fun. We've seen man-at-arms all-ins a couple times in this tournament. Quite a few times, actually, now. I think at least half a dozen we've seen man-at-arms all-ins. It's been impressive. But time will tell here. Time will tell. Now, with this map, obviously you start, everyone knows it by now, you have a free lumber camp, a free mill. Yes, they're not in the most perfect position at all times, but it is free, and you can get away with using it and get some crazy build orders going on this map. I think a lot of players have practiced this map as well, so it's made it more and more entertaining to watch, as the R286 is going to push in some deer. From way out here, he's going to try to push deer in under the TC. Going to be interesting. Boar number 2 toying with him as it's not going to come in. The animals are giving him a hard time. He has no food under the town center now. He could have to idle here. Does not have loom. Maybe he'll grab loom instead. Who knows? Gonna be pretty close. No, you had enough food, I guess. Never mind. I have misspoken. But the Bengalis we've seen on this map as well. They have been interesting. Obviously, they have not been going for the crazy all-in feudal approaches, but they've been going for fast castle approaches that include monk siege play. So it is interesting. We've also seen a few different civs on this map that I'm not too surprised with, but haven't been picked that often. Dravidians on this map were actually selected. I think that was Geo when he faced off against Jabari in the round of 32, and it turned out to be a genius pick on the map. Who would have known? I certainly did not. But it was very interesting nonetheless. Hestia needs a win here to force us to Arena Cove, which the R286 chose as his home map. So we'll have to see if that occurs. The R286 looks like he's about to click up to the next age, and I love what he's done here. We are 6 minutes into the game, and he has everything on food. All the villas are on food, now he's on his way up. I love it. Gonna build a lumber camp now. He has the stone. This is a donjon play. Unless these villas stop to make a barracks, which I don't think would be a smart move here. This is donjons. The scouts going forward. The villas continue forward as well. I think we're going to see a donjon rush here. Into the sergeant. He is on gold right here. This is the Goldville. Not even going to hide these. Not going to wait for the last minute to come forward and do this either. He will be forward here. The scout is going to be annoying and poke at the walls. Will it prompt a response is the question. This Hestia has yet to click up. So, he's yet to click up and he wasn't on food for the moment. It's so awkward. He has some hunt out here, but... Oh, and the vills are just going to come and they're going to beat down these walls. Will this be in time? I don't think the vill gets there in time. Oh my god, he almost got there in time. Will be a donjon play. I think this makes a lot of sense. He has more on stone. He's just going to go in full in donjon play. What's up, Shaman? Welcome, welcome. The scout obviously going to be better for R286 here. Has the additional attack, the additional speed. Even if the hill's taken, he should win this fight, no question now. The donjon, and then the panic wall up behind situation going on here. Scout does go down. The donjon serves as a prerequisite building as well. So, He will build the sergeants. He will break his way in here, and then he'll just continue pushing and building the donjons. Wow. These donjons are quite decent, obviously. And this is all in as he can get. I don't think he's making villagers. No, he's continued vill production behind this. He has. I guess he just started producing these. Gonna try to batter his way through. Now, we are going to see Feudal Age in here for our Bengali players. So his eco will instantly jump by 2 vills. Boom, there they are. He's not on gold. He could potentially go onto stone and still probably be okay, but this is gonna deny stone and a gold here. And the pressure is still on, of course. Okay, he will put a tower here. I don't really like this tower. I think you save the tower somewhere more useful, personally. What does this protect? I think if anything, you put the tower either on the berries and the wood line or on the gold, or potentially even on the stone if you're going to go to your own stone. Donjon will be dealing with these vills. That tower even go up before this house goes down? Oh, it feels so bad. Oh, so close. And this ranges everything. And Fletching isn't even in yet. Donjons will take the fire and try to get through anyways, I guess. Villagers will come over to repair. And we see no more donjon production. So shame. I think the donjon play would have worked out, to be honest. Forest color on to stone now. This is getting taken down. Donjons is not being used frequently enough for me to really know what I feel like about them, but I think this is extremely good on this strategy here. I think he's actually kept his town center running behind this, which I would have failed miserably at, but he's not really far behind in the eco. They're sergeants, yes. And they're in. And villagers are in trouble. So we have loom. He has loom at least. This tower could just go down though. Oh, they walling him out. Not a bad play, but I think he's fine. I think he's okay here still. He's gonna get a vill kill. He's gonna get 2 vill kills. This tower, again, under threat here. Maybe we should repair this. More vills come. Will it be enough? Nope. They're not gonna get there in time, is they? And now that's a weak vill. Oh, another one dead. They do drop another house, but at what cost? And Hestia's on stone, but again, at what cost here? Oh, no times 2. I don't know why he didn't make a range either. I think it would have made sense. Obviously, they're decent here, right? They have 2 pierce armor, same as melee armor. Well, the eco is behind. Another vill went down. It is 4-0 eco KD right now. Villager in trouble over here, and there's a sergeant in here, so he could potentially just prevent this new wall off from coming. You'll see the archery range here now from Hestia. I guess maybe he thought he could wall it out in time. I don't know. It feels really, really weird. And donjons, of all things. Definitely haven't seen it on this map, that's for sure. And Hestia's in trouble here. He's managed to save this tower, but it cost him a lot in repairs. It's forcing the R286 though to do some things as well. 1 archer on the map, wasn't on gold. This tower will be going down. There is no repairing this now that the donjon numbers have increased to 4 plus 3 spearmen. It's quite a nice addition here, obviously. And of course, you have the towers fighting the donjons, which is never a great solution either. The vills will hop out to repair this. Will it be noticed? It is, but decent pickoffs. No villagers going down just yet. He's just vill fighting now. Trying to keep it up. Oh, the Berryville will go down though. Anything else been cold to gold here? Villagers pop out for repairs. Another villager goes down. The archers are finally headed over here. These sergeants do have the 2 pierce armor, so they will hold up alright. And looks like this push has subsided. I guess, oh well, never mind, we have our answer. Castle Age on its way. I guess he would have wanted to continue with sergeant production, but he's completely stopped. Donjons are still forward. It actually takes stone over here, which should be a pretty nice move, I think. We do have villagers on berries still here. A lot of villas on gold, a lot less on stone, but of course, don't need that quite as badly, right? And we are going to see infantry armor upgrades coming in, so this attack is likely to continue here. As donjons, honestly, with these donjons, he should have built these sergeants. He should build a donjon, but they've been exposed now. Obviously, not for the best. Almost enough stone for a castle, though. And the sergeants will go down there inside the base here. Not enough reinforcements. They were able to wall this up behind. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting, right? Very interesting. Let's see, a market now for Hestia as he looks to sell some wood, probably. Of course. Why would the donjon not? Forward castle that's not going to be able to be stopped here. This castle really denies a gold and will start to take out houses here. So this will all have to be reconstructed at some point. Hestia is selling everything off and will be able to buy up. I'm sure he is pretty happy about that. However, his archers are also doing a great job here, just harassing these sergeants. Well, they have fletching. That's all, right? And these have 2 melee armor, and in castle they're with the upgrade. Now they're 3+2 with the upgrades, so 5 pierce armor is quite a lot. And the sergeants are in. Castle Age coming in behind this. Archers are on their way out, and yeah, the GG is just going to be called, so Hestia taps out here. And yeah, I mean, he was at quite the elo disadvantage. GG's to him, though. Appreciate you for participating. They're fun units. Yeah, I mean, the donjon, or the sergeant and the donjon, also very interesting. They're all very interesting. I like them a bit. I think Sicilians are pretty powerful on this map. And I think that the R286 is the first one to really realize their potential on this one. So, yeah, Hestia definitely played well. It's not like he was playing badly. I think his mistake, though, this tower was wasted. Why put the tower here? The tower should have been on the gold or on the stone. Personally, it's what I think. And then I think he should have walled across with some stone walls or something. And just fallen back. 8 archers. But all speculation, of course. We're going to update the bracket here, folks, as the R286 will move on. If you want to avoid spoilers, now is your one and only warning to look elsewhere. But we will be updating the bracket in 3, 2, and 1. Alright, Hestia will be defeated here. He was, again, like I said, going up against the R286, who is the 3rd seed, and Hestia's 19th seed, so 1700-ish elo player to like mid 1500-ish elo player. Obviously, there's a lot larger pool of participants for the 1700 bracket, so we are actually going to cast Geo and Knight next, so the R286 will find out who he's facing here shortly. That is the only other set that I have turned in at this time, so we're going to jump onto that one.